Hi, it's Laura here at the Charleston Holistic Center, and today we are going to talk about how you describe your life is what you're prescribing for your life. So I want you to just settle for a moment and maybe close your eyes. Go ahead. That's it. Now, think about, feel into the attitude you have about life right now. Is your attitude upbeat, positive, hopeful, optimistic? Or is your attitude, life sucks and you die? Or some variety of that. What our attitude is the energy that we send out to the universe. This is it. Okay, if your attitude about life is sucky, then that's what you're resonating with the universe. Because your attitude is what you're thinking and what you're feeling, right? It's the whole thing combined, and that's what you're resonating with the universe. So if your attitude is sucky, you're resonating with sucky. You get more sucky. You're like, but my life is sucky. Okay, been there, been in that. It didn't get better by me staying in sucky. It never does. It just doesn't. To get out of sucky, you have to feel it first. It's how things work. So we have to shift our attitude. And again, if attitude is way down here and you want to get up here, you can't do it in one step. Most people can't. Okay, so it's okay to ladder step your way up in attitude. And maybe it takes a couple of months. Maybe it takes a year. I don't know. How long have you been in this current attitude? How many years have you been practicing that attitude? I don't know. Maybe you've only been practicing it for a little while. Maybe you've been practicing it for a lot of years. There's some really sucky stuff in my head that I've been practicing since I was a really little kid. And it cropped up again last night, like just reared its head. And I had to really work to adjust my attitude because it made me so sad. I had to really, really work. I had to let it through for a little bit. I had to let that emotion out. And then I could go back and look at it and go, what the heck's going on here? And realize that what was going on currently was attaching to way back in the past. And it was making me feel really sad because I was attaching current to past, mushing them all together and making a mess. So then I really had to work on letting go of that attitude that had been pulled through and step it up. It took me quite a while last night to allow myself to step that attitude back up. But you can do this. Don't live in a sucky attitude because that leads to a sucky life. Move your attitude to something better slowly. It's okay. You don't have to do it like that. It's okay because it takes practice to get that attitude to move because we're at a set point, right? We're at a set point and we got to raise that set point. Luckily, I had managed to recently, in the past 2 years, less, raise my set point so that when that sucky attitude hit last night, I could step myself back to that higher set point that I had managed to get to and not remain in that really sad place that I had been for years. So You can do this. And it's about identifying what it is about that attitude that isn't great, that may not even be true. You may be telling yourself stuff that's not true. Because remember, your brain has a tendency to lie to you. You got to be careful about what you listen to from. So you got to allow yourself to feel what that is and then figure out whether what you're thinking and how you're feeling is true for what's going on. And even if it is, sucky doesn't have to be the way you are. You can shift that. And this is where you have to find your path on how to do that. I ended up with my cat, petting my cat. It's very, very helpful. He purred. He's big. He's snuggly. It's very, very helpful to be able to feel that and then step forward. And very often it is finding some small thing that calms you, that makes you feel just a little bit better. Sometimes going out for a walk can really do that. To get out, see some nature, that can be super helpful. Sometimes it's watching silly cat or puppy videos. Whatever your thing is, to help you pull up just a couple of rungs, just a little bit. Because once you get a little bit up, then it's easier to go higher, actually. So, all right. Think about your attitude and whether it's sucky or upbeat. Let's try for some form of at least slightly above midlife. All right? At least slightly above midlife. And like I said, it may take you some time to practice moving up if you've been practicing for years being way down here. All right? You can do this. Yes, you can. Reach out to anybody else you think might need to hear this. Maybe their attitude is not as optimal either. Let's help bring everybody up. All right? And thank you all for those of you who have subscribed, liked, and shared. Thank you. And namaste.